All right, so today I'm here with Jacob Bollinger, youth baseball coach, all-around stand-up guy. So I got some questions for him today. So
All right.
first, first question is, when did you realize you wanted to get involved in youth sports and why?
So in 2019, in May, my father passed away. So I was kind of lost mentally a little bit on what I wanted to do and like what kind of purpose I needed. So I was fortunate enough that Brandon Austin with Heathers Park gave me an opportunity to get into youth coaching and get to coach a pretty good little group that had been together for a while, and was kind of fortunate that you were a part of that and a handful of your classmates were a part of that. And kind of realized early on when I was in that coaching was going to be something I wanted to do more than just a season or a summer or a fall or anything like that. And I've been fortunate that I'm going into like my seventh or eighth year now doing this. I've been fortunate enough to do a little high school level too, but realized early on in 19 I kind of wanted to get into that realm and stay in that realm for a long time. Try to help kids and do it the right way, and not do it just chasing a dollar figure or anything like that.
That. And the second question I got for this one is, what was it like to work with people who had been involved in youth sports before you started, and what did they teach you?
It was actually pretty, like I said, again, I was fortunate in that first opportunity. The coaches I worked with, Ben Cox and your father had done that for a while, had played at a high level. So my knowledge gain was more than I ever thought it could be. I'd played independent ball in the military, played in high school, so I knew the game, but from a coaching perspective, I was not ready for what I encountered that first year and a half. So just learning not just to manage games and manage people outside the dugout, but coaching kids at a different style, coaching different types of situations, and working on things that, again, as a player, you only think about stuff kind of one dimensional, which you're responsible for to a degree. But when you're a coach, you got to think about that plus eight other positions, plus the game after that. So I was fortunate the guys I worked with early on kind of gave me a pretty good foundation on here's how you grow, here's how you learn, here's how you do what you're supposed to be doing the correct way. So I was blessed to do that, and I kind of instill that in my coaching staff now, 7 years later. So
And the next question is, what is the biggest investment you have made into your community, and how has investing in others or when people affected you?
so from a coaching perspective, I try to not just to coach to win ball games or coach to win a tournament or this that and the other. I mean, excuse me. I think at the end of the day, if every coach was coaching to win and it was that easy, we would all do it. We would all be perfect, and the Braves would have 100 World Series championships. But that's not the case. So the big thing I take into coaching, from my perspective, into what I invest into the community, is at some point down the road, some of these young men are going to turn around and ask me for a job. They're going to turn around and ask me for a reference. They're going to turn around and ask me for an opportunity to coach and to instill their knowledge that not only they may have learned from me or knew before me, but something they may have learned from college or from their life experiences and stuff like that. So I try to invest in the people around me, because at the end of the day, those people are going to be the same ones that I'm going to go out and hunt to recruit for coaches, or they're going to come and ask me for opportunity again. And we're fortunate right now. I've got a young man that I coached for about 3 years. That's actually on my coaching staff now. And I'm fortunate that I get to do my other coaches, my best friend. So if I instill in those people and continue to help those people grow in their coaching career, not just their coaching career, but their life and stuff like that, then they'll pass it on to the generation behind them and behind them and behind them. And next thing you know, we'll have more than enough coaches that can continue to do baseball, and not just baseball, but help around in life the correct way, not for the wrong reasons.
Go your way.
Repeat that, you cut out. What was that?
Has there ever been a time where you were fully present, but things didn't go your way?
Yes. You know, for a handful of years, we tried to have a child. Kind of ran into hit some speed bumps there, but we're fortunate we have one now. In the coaching sense, there's been times I feel like I've been completely invested in a group, and there's been zero distractions, and it still doesn't go our way. In life, it's been, I'm invested in my job a lot, and sometimes things don't go my way, and I think that's just kind of a testament of how you handle things. Um, and how you adapt to that. Not everything's going to be perfect as much as people want things to be perfect, but when you can be a little bit more realistic and understand that sometimes it's going to fall that way, no matter how good it is, that's the case. From a coaching example, when I got into coaching with you guys as freshmen, when we had a really good group, thought we were going to win a lot of games. I think we won like 5 games, and it was like, wow, I'm investing in these kids who I've invested in for 3 years, and they're just not getting it done. And I don't think it was a matter of y'all weren't getting it done; it just wasn't in our cards that year. I come back the next year with another group, went 15-4, won region. So it's like, okay, maybe it's just the situation and work. I'm fortunate in the role I have now as a coordinator, but beforehand it was like I did all the things right, showed up early, left late, never got a chance to get a promotion. Lo and behold, one day one comes up, I put in for it, I get it. And it kind of falls that way. And then again, trying for a kid for a very long time and kind of asking the good Lord why, and then next thing you know, boom, hey, you're a dad, and he comes a month early, and all this other stuff. So it's been interesting, it's been crazy, but yeah, there's definitely been plenty of times where it's like, okay, I'm doing everything right, why is this not working? But that's life, unfortunately, and happens a little bit more than people think. So
Right. Well, I appreciate you doing this interview, and I appreciate all the input
absolutely,
that you've given me. This was a
absolutely.
great time. So I'm gonna stop the recording here.
All right,
Thank you.
appreciate it, buddy.
So after going through the interview with Jacob, looking back on some of his answers and some of the things that I learned from him, it makes me think about how many people have poured into me and poured into the community that I'm in, and how much I appreciate that, especially Jacob. He's poured in so much time into me, and I've learned a lot. And another thing I learned from that interview with Jacob was that was that I need to be fully present, and I need to do my best effort to be with the people that I care about, and be present, like in relationships, in school. I wasn't there today, Miss Bales. I'm sorry. I'll do better when we get back from break, but I need to be at school. I need to be present in my sport. I need to be always working, always trying to be better at everything I do. And so Jacob helped me learn that a bunch, and he's helped me learn that throughout the years. And then the back to like the first few questions I asked about not assuming that it's too late to join in on something. It's good because it's not too late for me to like be a part of something that I'm not yet a part of. There's nothing right now that I'm worried about not being a part of, but if something comes down the road, then I know that I still have that opportunity to be a part of it, even if I think I might be a little late. So interviewing Jacob was a pleasure. It's always good to talk to him and hear words from his mouth because he's just a smart dude and he's had a lot of life experiences, and I appreciate everything he does for me. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you.